I'm huge on preserving mental health and peace. I'm huge on it. I think we live in a world where there's so many mental health and peace robbers, and I don't mean people, just things in general, whether it's news, whatever it is, that's really, really, really guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is Sunday actually, so by the time you watch this it'll probably be Monday, the start of a very busy week, and I just figured, you know what, let's get started with this week with a get ready with me, and we'll just chit chat and we'll just see where the conversation takes us. First thing I'm going to do is kind of prep my face a little. Oh yeah, my nails are looking a little struggling because I had to choose my battle. I'm actually going to be braiding my hair, and I can't braid with long nails. So you'll probably get a nail video sometime this week after I braid my hair. So in the meantime, you just go ahead and ignore the struggliness of these nails. So there's a few things that we could talk about with the holidays coming. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is add the color corrector here and just let that sit. I'm gonna go in with the lighter color, and then I'm gonna go in with the Lock-It cream that I normally go in with. Since the holiday season, let's talk about the holidays. Let's talk about really staying positive and motivated, mentally healthy through the holidays. Because Thanksgiving is coming up, and I see different posts about Thanksgiving and everything, and it's just really weird. It's weird to me, but I understand it's some people's reality that spending time with their family is very stressing and just really not necessarily a good time. I don't necessarily get that, but that doesn't mean that it's not something, that I can't talk about, but also something that I can't be empathetic about. Is that you? Leave a comment down below. That's you. That's your family. You got the whole toxic situation going on. That's kind of sad to me. And like I said, it's very much not my experience. Thanksgiving is one of my, Thanksgiving and Christmas, this holiday season period is really, really a fun time for me. So this is the Kat Von D Lock-It cream. I am just going to add that to that nose area. These nails are a hot mess. I promise the next video will be a nail video, because I was thinking, I was like, okay, do a makeup video or do a nail video? And I haven't done a makeup video since probably it's been about a week. So I just been itching to play. A couple of days, it hasn't been a week, but it's been a couple of days, and I usually make up my face a little bit more often than that, just a little bit. And so I just figured I'd take one for the team. Not my experience, but that doesn't make it one that's not a legitimate one. Some of you are like dreading Thursday. Me, I'm like, woo. All my kids will be here except one who does not live here, serving in the military. So we will probably be calling her, and she'll be very dramatic. She is very much a holiday person and likes family time and stuff. So for those of you that definitely you aren't looking forward, and again, if you don't know much about makeup videos, you gotta kind of just trust the process. Initially, things look a little bit of a hot mess in the beginning. A little clownish, a little tribal, just a little bit of what? But then in the end, if they know what they're doing, it comes out. If that's you, and you already know, I'm dreading it because of Aunt Martha, because of cousin whoever. How do you prepare for that? Like, what do you do? I'm not even gonna lie, like for me, typically in that situation, I'm the type where I can just ignore people. But ultimately, I'm not even gonna lie to you. If a situation is that stressful, I just won't go. I'm not even gonna lie. That's me. So I'm curious as to what you would do, because I believe in protecting my mental health and my peace. And if it means not going to Thanksgiving around a bunch of toxic people that really stress me out, then that's what it means. I'm completely okay with that. But if let's say it's a situation where I want to be with the person's house that I'm going over, I don't have a problem with. They don't stress me out. But someone that's coming will be stressful at the Thanksgiving. I'll be fine. I can ignore them. I can be cordial. Don't get me wrong. I would definitely be like, hey, how you doing? But after that, no. In other words, I don't let people ruin a good time for me. Like, I'll go and I'll have a good time. I'm going to set that with some setting powder. So what do? And if it's a stressful situation, you're already thinking about Thursday. What are you gonna do? What do you do? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you do, because I don't want to minimize a situation and make you think like your situation is so weird or whatever, just because it's not my experience. Because everybody has different experiences and everything, and just because that's not my experience, trust me, I can dig up some situations that y'all will be like, oh, now that is weird. Pretty sure of it. I think we all can, if we can all just be honest with each other. There's no perfect situation. But I'm curious in those situations, because like I said, the holidays are stressful for some of you. Very stressful. I saw this Facebook post and it said something like after 4 hours on Thanksgiving, people are tired of their family. And I was like, what? 4 hours? 4 hours? We just getting started. We're getting started. I get done cooking early. So we graze all day. Because y'all aren't going to be watching TV and all this other stuff while I'm in the kitchen. So again, it's just not what we do. I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty concealer. Here we are, Sunday night, Monday. You already know where you're going for Thanksgiving and you're stressing out about it. So make sure you leave a comment, because I'm really curious as to how you get through that, how you work through that situation. What do you do? And ultimately, I think I'm huge on preserving mental health and peace. I'm huge on it. I think we live in a world where there's so many mental health and peace robbers, and I don't mean people, just things in general, whether it's news, whatever it is, that's really, really, really inadvertently, and sometimes not so inadvertently, stealing people's peace and joy. It's just so much sadness and different things in the world. Why am I going to do something to invite something in my life that is just going to stress me out? I don't believe in being stressed out like that. Not inviting it. Not if I can avoid it. Nope. Do I get stressed out? Absolutely. But it won't be over no people or no lunch or no dinner. That's just me. So with that being said, I think ultimately, yes, family is very important. Family gatherings are very important. But leave a comment down below if you think your mental health should, I won't say suffer, but suffer for lack of a better term. Should you sacrifice? I'll say sacrifice. Should you sacrifice your mental health to take one for the team, because at least you showed up for Thanksgiving dinner? And I'm talking about a legit toxic thing. I'm not talking about no petty, oh, so-and-so. You can get past, oh, so-and-so owes me money, or, I'm talking about stuff that's like really toxic, because there's some family members that are just very toxic, and then, you don't necessarily want to deal with whatever it is that their issues are. What I'm doing is I'm going in with my Fenty foundation. And again, if you don't know about Miss Fenty, she goes on a little bit light, and you just gotta blend till you can't blend no more with her. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna switch to my beauty blender, and then we're gonna blend for days. So What's your conviction about it? Because, you know, we may not think the same, and I'm willing to learn. What do you think? I take one for the team, sit up there and take the abuse. Or they come at me, they better leave me alone. Because if they don't, they gonna get all of me. Like, which one is it? Is the person's house that you go to for Thanksgiving, do you go to the toxic person's house? Can you do that? Are you that type of person? I'm not gonna lie, I'm not. Out of family or not, I'm not. I'm just not. Let me see, and I just had a thought. Would I have the toxic person at my house? I don't know. I think I would invite them, but I also know that they will probably not come. But if somebody comes to my house, I'm not gonna be rude. Like that's just, ultimately, I'm not a rude person. So yes, if I invite you to my house, and you know what, that's the key. Just thought about it. I'm the type, if I invite you to my house, I want you at my house. So, and I don't mind you coming to my house. So that's the answer that I'm gonna stick to. I'm not inviting anybody over that I'm not comfortable having over. And that's just that. Because for me, the holidays, Christmas, this blended very well. That blended very, very well. Some days I do, some days I don't. But I tell you what, that nose area is doing what it do. I'm kind of satisfied with it, and I know that's unheard of, but I'm really, really pleased with how I did it. I changed it up. What I did is I went in with a lighter concealer, NARS, this is NARS, and I put it on there. Then I went in with the Lock-It cream, and I let the Lock-It cream just sit, and I must say I'm pretty satisfied with that. Spray my beauty blender, FENTY Beauty setting powder. So, assuming you're not like me, and you have your own way of dealing with it, because I would love to hear how you guys get through that. I recognize that I'm blessed. Like, my kids don't get together and and then we have like a whole horse fight with the kids. Like, that's not my experience. Thank God. My mother doesn't come over, and my husband's not like, oh my God, get your mother. So if that's how it is, and like literally as the Facebook post said, if within 4 hours you're tired of your family, it is what it is sometimes. And I think if that's your situation, being okay with that is also healthy. So not comparing your situation to mine or anyone else's and going, oh, well, yeah, of course, we can say what something should be and what something needs to be. But the question is, if that's your reality, it doesn't make any sense to fret over what should be. Because you'll be sitting here all day and night talking about what should be. Accept it. And if you're a praying person, just pray something changes about it. But maybe perhaps some of the angst of the day comes from an expectation that within those 4 hours something should be different, and then it's not. So do you go in hoping? So I'm just gonna let that sit. I've been playing around with some blue, and I was gonna do something really corny like, are you feeling blue for the holidays? We're gonna go in with a little blue for the holiday. If you're feeling blue, and if you're feeling blue, you may as well have some cute little eyes going on. May have a cute look. I'm gonna go in the James Charles palette. I'm going to start off with this blue right here. Hopefully you're not going in with great expectations, because that's sometimes, to me, in my opinion, that's the disappointing part, because you've placed responsibility that on people, unbeknownst to them, to behave or to do something that they don't either know how to do, aren't willing to do, or you've not expressed that to them. And honestly, we can't really hold people responsible for behaviors that we wish they would be. I always go, okay, who are they? Not who I want them to be, but who are they? Because the same can be said about me. Like I would hate to enter a situation, whether it's in any situation, whether it's a job, a relationship, friendship, and someone has an expectation that I do not know. That's where conflict comes from, because I have ascribed or given you a duty. Maybe you can do it, maybe you can't, I don't know. But I've given you a job that you may not know about, and then I get disappointed when you don't do it. That's not fair to the person. So if Aunt Martha, so I'm gonna go in now with a little darker blue. So I'm gonna go in with, so that was that color, now I'm gonna go in with this one. If Aunt Martha is, that's pretty, wow. If she is coming to the dinner, and in previous years, she's been very toxic in the sense of just really, really downing you. And you know what? I'm telling y'all, this is pretty. And so we're just gonna blend. Just really downing you and different things like that. And you've already made up in your mind, okay, Aunt Martha, not this year. Well, Aunt Martha might not have gotten the memo. And so here you are going to dinner and then gravely disappointed because Aunt Martha starts with the you know what's. Well, did you let Aunt Martha know? How did you? Okay, and then if she starts, how do you respond? A lot of times conflict can be resolved through conversations that happens prior to the moment. I'm just kind of putting that out there. Ultimately, my hope for you is that you just go to your family and you guys have a wonderful time and there will be no issues. That's my hope, that you just go and have a good time. No expectations, no stressing any things or the conversation. I mean, at the end of the day, you already know 9 times out of 10, you already know your family members, you know how they feel about just about everything. So if you know, and that's the thing, like I don't understand family members where they're like, oh, my Trump supporting family member is this, or my non-Trump supporting family member is this, or my global warming family member is that. Like, I don't care. I literally don't care what you believe or how you believe it. Let's eat, let's talk. As long as you're not being offensive, and when I say offensive, you're not calling me a name for what I believe or. All right, so I'm going in with this color. As long as I'm not getting called any names for what I believe, I'm definitely not gonna call you any names for what you believe. I don't care, let's eat, let's have fun. Perhaps maybe that's what the issue is. Maybe there's a whole lot of conversation assuming that we all have to agree about something and we don't. You know, that's the news flash of the day. Even as husband and wife, my husband and I don't agree on everything politically or just in general, and it's completely okay. As you see, especially when it comes time to blending, I am switching brushes out like crazy because I don't want to lose my color that I've already applied, and I want to make sure that I have clean brushes when I go in to blend. And I guess that's the question to you. If someone disagrees with you, are you the type where to you that's disrespect? And as I stated, as long as there's a respectable disagreeing that's happening, that's fine. But I don't tolerate is the name calling and different things like that. There are some people, the minute you don't agree with them, then you're this name or that name or this name affiliated with this party or whatever, which is interesting because I know for me, I'm a whole independent and I have no ties to any of these crazy parties. I pretty much describe myself as an eclectic person because I'm not a one-hit wonder. So maybe you just taking responsibility. And so now what I'm going to do is go in. Yes, this is probably like my 15th brush. Let me see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yep. 2 beauty blenders and 13 brushes, all for just one look. And I learned that the long and the hard way. You pretty much have to make sure that you have clean brushes. I guess the bottom line is, the question is, are you gonna have fun, enjoy your family, or hold Aunt Martha, Cousin Bob, and everybody else? You're gonna hold them accountable to making you feel better. That's the question. Ultimately, I guess my point is, ultimately we are responsible for our mental health and our happiness. There you go. The next thing I'll do is go in with my fiber lashes. So hopefully this video doesn't find you in a blue state of mind. Get it? Get what I did there? And that even if it did, oh, that's what we can talk about. So what about like legit things? I guess it's all legit. I'm not gonna say legit. You know, some people are really blue around this time of year because it's very hard. They've lost loved ones and stuff like that. I think it's normal to feel it, so I'm gonna go in with more mascara because I want a really dramatic look. For me, Thanksgiving and Christmas, but for some reason, New Year's is such a melancholy. New Year's Eve is such a melancholy thing, moment for me. Thanksgiving, Christmas, I'm good. I love a good New Year's Eve party. Yeah. The next thing I will do is I'm going to get rid, no, let's do the eyeliner, then I will get rid of the setting powder. All right, so now that I have that, I'm gonna go in with the little blue under my eyes. I don't want anybody to feel blue, but I want you to wear blue. Slight amount of black to kind of make it even more smoky. There you have it. Ever so slightly. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. That is the color of my skin. I think it's deep. Yep, translucent deep. And I'm gonna put that all over my face. So back to our conversation. You know, of course, like I said, I don't wanna forget about the people that have a difficult time because they've lost loved ones around this time, or just memories of loved ones that are gone. I think we all go through some level of that if you've lived on this earth long enough and have experienced some sort of loss. And again, it's just something that we have to feel in that moment. I think it's okay to feel that. You know, I have family and friends who are no longer with us, and I think we just have to feel that. And for me, I choose not to stay there because I gotta live. I gotta cook, I gotta clean, I gotta live. Unfortunately, and it's no disrespect to them, actually I think it's a great honor to them that life goes on and that you live life honorably. I love setting powder. So I always say I love highlight, I love setting powder, I love blush. How about I just say I love makeup? Because I will sit and put this stuff on layers and layers and layers. So I'm going to take this from myself. We're doing this blue look, and hopefully you're not blue. I don't want you to be blue. I don't want you to be sad. Okay, so next I'm going to add a highlight here. Yes, that was the blue, and I mixed it in a little bit with that one. Again, very little. And then you just want to mix it down and soften that blue. And if you look, you just see it slightly, nothing too prominent or anything like that. That smells good. No, seriously, I just like to make sure that every part of my face, again, I don't mind a dewy face. Now, this will dry and it won't be so dewy, but I do not like a matte face. So that's why I add and I make sure that each part of my face is covered the way I want. Okay, the next thing I'll do is add a lip. And there you have it. It's our anti-blue blue look for the holidays. So again, thank you for watching to the very end. I hope that you will try this look. Make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know when you have tried this look, if you like this look. It's a nice look for holidays. It's a nice festive look. Now that we're embarking in the holiday season, a lot of people will be invited to tons of parties. So this is one that you can kind of do when you are thinking about, okay, what should I do? I have this blue outfit, or I have this black dress and I want to complement it with a look. It goes right with it. This is a get ready with me. We had a talk, and ultimately I just hope that you put your mental health and your peace as a primary focus during this holiday season. I wish you well. I wish you joy, love, happiness, and peace. So as we have this blue look, I hope that you're not blue this holiday season. I know that this is a very hectic time, and a lot of times people take on pressures that they don't necessarily have to or should. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. And once again, have a good week. Thanks for getting ready with me. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.